Hi, I'm Buddy from Pickle 361 and we are here for another episode of AVP. Today I'm joined by King, Grand Pickleball Arena's founder. Introduce yourself a little bit and your background.
Hi, my name is King from Grand Pickleball Arena, short form GPA. I have always been a sport enthusiast, and growing up, I play table tennis.
Table tennis, okay.
Then sometimes I used to joke that one day I want to play table tennis in a bigger ground.
Bigger court.
And that's probably why pickleball
appealed to you so much, right?
Me so much, yeah, comes so naturally to me.
Yeah, it's no table, but just a bigger court to play.
Yes. Remember when I was studying in the UK, I was playing table tennis, and one day we got to play tennis on a bigger field. It was very exhausted, and then we were thinking they should be a smaller badminton court, smaller version, a badminton court size. But we were playing table tennis, and here it comes, pickleball.
I think a lot of people have been thinking that. I feel like the boom in Malaysia right now, it's just drawing from different racket sports. People who used to play when they're younger perhaps, but then now this game is so accessible. People of all ages, all backgrounds to meet on the court.
Yeah. So this sport is really, really suitable for Malaysians like us. Effective court size.
Yes.
Okay. And the racket sports. And you say racket sports, it is something very popular in Malaysia.
I think that's why the numbers don't lie in terms of the amount of players, the amount of courts being opened, just the sheer growth of pickleball in Malaysia. I think it's the perfect melting pot of various racket sports being popular. I think we've got relatively cheap land compared to other countries. We're very spoiled for choice. You could find a court and play of different levels, of course. That's why I think a lot of Southeast Asian people fly in here to get some training and play more.
Yeah, a lot. Now we have attracted even from Asia, like Taiwan, India. They admire our courts so much. Yeah.
I heard in Taiwan there's only a total of 20 courts.
Yeah.
My God, we have some venues which
we have up to date.
Yeah.
Klang Valley itself, we have 200.
200.
Today,
200.
Compared to only 5 venues last year, June.
Yeah, wow. Such growth.
That's a really, really tremendous growth.
That's tremendous growth. Obviously amazing for players who wants to play. But as a court owner yourself, could you tell us how this beautiful venue came about? What is your background and what led you to build this?
Professionally, I come from a business background. Okay, I run a few companies across hardware, property, and development. But when I found out pickleball, I saw a unique opportunity to build something that is meaningful. So not just a sport, I think it's a community that will drive the
sport forward.
Sports forward. Yeah. So initially, this was a brick factory.
Bread factory?
Yeah, we converted the brick factory into a Grand Pickleball Arena, pickleball courts, yes.
What is that big structure in front that looks like some grain silos?
That one was 2 silos that contained the bulk cement previously.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's becoming a nice...
it's like an iconic... I saw in all your teaser photos.
Oh, yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah, quite Instagrammable. Yeah. Initially, our plan is to build light industrial factories on this land.
Okay.
Yeah, that was our initial thought. Then to do for rental. Then when pickleball sports come to be popular in Malaysia, and we're thinking we can grow the sports, for the community to have a better venue.
Okay, so at that time, y'all were so early to the wave.
Yeah.
What did you observe? What kind of courts were available? How was the market growing before you took the leap to build your own courts?
During that time, we saw a lot of courts that hasn't really, I would say, achieved to the international court standards. We were approached, I should say, when we were considering from building light industrial factory or a pickleball courts, there was one offer coming in to us. Okay, there is someone that want to do an international tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a big scale of international tournaments. Yeah.
Was that what swayed the decision to build pickleball courts?
Yeah, and that we see the opportunity. So Malaysia hasn't have the scale to do such international tournaments yet. That's where we come from. We take the initiative. We even go to Vietnam to observe how they do for the tournaments, right? So we did research. We did research, okay, in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay, and how they organize it and the court size and space.
How would you say are the courts in Vietnam? Are they building international standard?
Some yes and some no.
Okay.
Okay, they were only the latest one that is purposely built for cater for international tournaments.
Okay.
I think that one was during that time. It was the top, the best course lah.
What's that one called?
D-Joy.
D-Joy,
Yeah,
okay.
it was during December. We went to D-Joy. Then we observed how they do the courts. So we should do something in Malaysia too. And
so you actually took the effort to go to Vietnam to
yes, we did
to do research.
to do research.
So
to
did you
stay for the
meet?
tournament.
Okay. Did you meet the owners, or you just go there quietly observe as much as you can?
During that time, we go with our players because some of our Malaysian players, just a few, go there and participate in that tournament.
I always wondered the court facilities set up between Malaysia and Vietnam. What is the comparison like in terms of numbers or in terms of the facilities standard? I'm pretty sure that Vietnam started way much earlier than
Yes.
but Malaysia's private investment into court facility
Yeah. No shortage.
crazy right now. I'm sure that at some point we overtake them. We need maybe King, you got something to share?
We were actually pretty similar to them. Okay, they started at first with social courts, normal courts, just for social plays. Then when they come to international tournaments, they have to build something that fulfill their requirements. Then Malaysian style is different, where we incorporate the lifestyle elements into pickleball courts. So this is something that we differentiate to Vietnam.
It's like our badminton court, maybe.
Yeah.
In the early
How they built is earlier days is just like our badminton courts. Yes, exactly.
So right now they are.
Right now they observe the trend.
That we
in
are
Malaysia.
leading the trend,
We are leading
like
we're leading the
lifestyle
trend.
premium
Yes.
courts.
So they will now they are incorporating some lifestyle elements in their courts now.
In this case, definitely Malaysia is leading in terms of.
In terms of numbers, no. Actually, Vietnam is leading at the post peak. They have 100 venues in a month. In the whole Vietnam, that's the most peak. Yeah.
What is the general numbers that we have in?
Yeah.
Right now, we have about 500 venues across Malaysia. Yeah. So averagely 20 to 30 per month.
New ones are
The
opening
new
up.
one, yeah.
We're going to run out of space.
Yeah. On the other hand, it does help a lot of abandoned factories, abandoned space
Abandoned
that has
spaces,
been
Neglected
used up, neglected space, used up as a lifestyle venue, and I think it has helped a lot.
And it's definitely helping all the newbie players that's coming into the game.
Yes,
It's growing right now.
it does. It does.
Also for the newbie owners as well.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Have you been approached by others to consult on building, or is it very cowboy? Everyone just Googles it and tries to build their own court?
Yeah,
Pretty
they are.
sure that earlier days was a big cowboy. Now it's
They're court specialists and all coming in board.
Now become cost specialists. Yeah.
Build one court, become specialists already.
Yeah. They were some others that came to visit our venues for the newbies where they want to build their own courts. Yeah.
Okay.
They are someone who visit us, and then I got the
like
chance to talk to them. Yeah, just like how I visited Vietnam. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're happy to share knowledge
Yeah,
and
I'm
learnings?
always happy to share.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice to help the community.
Yeah. In fact, I myself, after came back from the Vietnam trip, I decided that our venues has to be more proper, in the sense that follow the specifications. Okay. So I myself invested in some of the books.
Yeah.
Okay. Where learning from the American sport court builders.
Okay.
To make sure our our venues, our courts are in accordance to the standards. Yeah.
Oh, I love the dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you show us a little bit about this guidebook?
Yeah, this guidebook. It's called the Pickleball Courts Construction Manual from USAP.
So you actually bought it?
Yeah, I actually bought it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's full of
Yes.
thick one.
Yeah, it's a thick one. Yeah.
Wow, this is
What
so
does
much.
it say inside? I mean,
Minimum playing surface area,
it tells the
minimum
court size.
height. You're talking about the various levels of, the base construction even.
Yeah.
Side fence height, very, very technical from a construction and building standpoint.
Yeah. The court
Amazing.
facilities, even what are the sport court furnitures that has to be used.
so what you are seeing in GPA right now, it's a result of
Oh, result of the
of the book.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Even tell the height of a lamppost. How should it be? Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting about the various
Yeah.
layers that it takes to have a good surface, playable
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah. And that should be the way. Yeah.
What are the challenges of when you are? I mean, a lot of for some court owners, for example, the considerations or challenges that you face in the early stage when you are developing this piece of land.
Challenges.
Funding, no
Yeah.
issue,
The least of the problems.
which is a major problem for many.
Yeah. Of course, the first when we start is we
Yeah, is it foundation?
Yeah.
Was it the
Yes, and for us,
roofing?
we wouldn't know how much efforts that you put in for.
Yeah,
GPA.
a lot of the time players come and don't appreciate all the
Yeah.
finer details that went into it. They just said, "Oh, nice court." They look at the surface, but
Yeah.
it used to be mud or used to be uneven ground.
exactly.
What were
I
the
think the most
challenges you
challenges
faced,
will be the surface that you need to build because that takes time. Since there are many layers that we need to put, so putting every layer take a few weeks to set. Right? That takes the most challenges. Then you have to complete everything from the top. Only you have to start doing the surface. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think duration wise, the meeting the deadlines is the most challenging because we have committed to MSPL that time.
Oh, definitely.
Way before we built the
You're
court.
pretty-
And we have committed MSPL. and that's my partners. They say, hey, is this a crazy guy? He doesn't have a venue yet, but he has committed something that has scheduled.
Yeah.
A tournament that has scheduled.
What is
MSPL.
MSPL?
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about MSPL?
Okay, MSPL is the Malaysian Super Pickleball League. Okay, it is initiated by Brandon and Jimmy Leong. Those days seems very old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brandon and Jimmy, they started Infinity
Yeah.
Sport Academy. So they initiated the league
Yep.
to build a better ecosystem for the sports in Malaysia during that days.
So you committed to the league already?
We have committed-
Before you even broke brick.
Yeah, I should say commit to the league before I even start digging the ground. Yeah.
This is a confident man.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long does it take to build a court like your size, 18 courts?
We took 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Is it a usual?
I think lesser than 3 months because we were in a rush. Because MSPL was on the first week of February.
Okay.
Then we actually started this by the end of December. Yeah.
And were you very ready by the end, or were you like?
Initially, the completion, the fastest completion should be in 3 months, but we managed to do it within 1.5 months. Yeah.
Wow.
That is, I think that's the biggest challenges we face. Yeah.
You
We
did
were
half
running out
the
of
time.
Yeah, we did half the time. Yeah,
It's amazing what you can achieve with some pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, because MSPL was that first thing on the calendar, what were considerations during building to accommodate that?
So initially, we are planning to build 18 courts, right? And when Brendan say, "Hey King, I think with a center court with a grandstand, it makes the tournament more hype and more interesting to watch. I say, okay, so where you think I can put another grandstand? So he has selected the one at the front of the car park, and that sacrificed me another 2 to 3 courts there.
That's a big sacrifice.
Exactly.
2 courts.
Yeah.
So instead of 3 courts, then became just 1 grandstand court. The financials of that.
Yeah.
Means every day if it's 10 hours sessions of 50 ringgit averagely, say for example.
Exactly.
That's like probably 2 courts.
Yeah. It could generate for you like 20K per month easily.
okay.
Yeah. That is the sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is month to month.
Month to month, yeah.
And that grandstand, normally people will just book it for tournament purpose.
Only
For a
tournament.
social play, they will use the grandstand. So that's a big sacrifice.
That is a big sacrifice from your part.
Yeah.
What are the other considerations?
Actually, the main consideration, thinking of the positive side, it will bring the tournaments attractive to watch. And that motivate a lot of players. And at the same time, it motivates tournament organizer too. Because if you remember, before MSPL, there are not many tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
We
big
got
boom
only-
after that.
Yeah. And after that, they say, hey, tournaments, we can do it this way. So we can have mini tournaments, then we can do it on the grandstand for the final. So it provides a good venue for the tournament organizers. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so we're going to take a break here.
Okay.
And then we're going to continue after this with our next segment.
Okay.
Thanks, King.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back. We're back with King. We're going to
Okay.
talk about more about the MSPL. Tell us more about that. What happened behind the scenes for it to come about? How did it start?
So it started with a vision by Jimmy and Brandon, right? Where they want to do a proper league for the pickleball community. Then it comes out with Machi Machi, okay, as a title sponsor,
Title sponsor, okay.
sponsoring the prize money. Then they found out that they also need fund to run the whole tournaments. Right, court venues, marketing
At
materials.
that time, we do not have many.
There wasn't many tournaments back then, right?
No, there are not many
And
tournaments.
what was the prize money?
Initially, it was 16,000.
Okay.
Then, with our support on the funding, it becomes 21,000.
20,000? Wow.
21,000.
And back then, 21,000 was number one.
Yeah.
Unheard
back
of.
then, it is the top. Yeah. Because many tournaments during that time, they were given products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Product in kind.
Product in kind. Yeah. Then it was the highest prize money. Then
I came in to write about it as well.
Yeah, we did cover it on an article, yeah.
Yeah, we came in to write about it. I remember I approached MSPL also, but
okay.
nobody replied.
Too busy with building the courts in time and running the
And then
tournament.
I was covering, I think the circuit. It's called Circuit 1, 2, 3
Oh, okay.
at that time.
Good.
And then, so I was covering that. I was putting up the tables. I was following all the Bintang Crush, and then I was following all the
I think you are the only one who put up the tables and the matches standings. I think you were the only one.
The
who
only
put
one.
standings.
We saw a gap where it was this amazing league that was running, and when you're on the venue,
Yeah.
it's so exciting. But when you're not at the venue, you're kind of lost. All the
Yeah.
other fans were wondering who won, how did it go, how did the match go.
Yeah.
So that's why we tried to cover it as best as we could to give that
very
voice.
well.
Yeah.
And then
A lot of people watched.
A lot
Yeah.
of people came in and all that. That actually gives me like probably about within 2 weeks' time, we get about 100,000 page views
Page
on
views, yeah.
online, social
Wow.
media, everything all together.
Now it costs $1 million.
A million, yeah.
During that time, I saw the efforts from organizers. They were emphasizing on players, right? And players, and then the match play, more on the technical parts. Okay, and during that time, still haven't got good software, tournament software
Yeah.
that is in. Yeah,
So everything is still done manually.
manually is actually manually.
Wow.
Yeah.
How different it is doing it manually and with tournament?
Yeah, with the tools currently now, how much easier is it?
It's a lot easier because you get to have the software where you get a live stream as well.
Yes.
They got to do the scheduling for you.
Live scoring as well.
Live scoring, yeah. And they also offer a tournament director to you if you need it. So the organizer should have focused on the A&P.
Now you can just plug and play. Almost anyone
Exactly.
can plug and play a tournament. What would you have done differently if we roll back time?
I would definitely advise Brandon, you should get a the tournament software to solve it for you, and then you're more focused on the event organizing side. Yeah,
on that side.
But he is
Promotion
the
of
icon. Yes, promotion. Yes, correct. But he did well also. He is a multitasker. Okay, he was the MC. Okay, he was the tournament director. He did the scheduling, and he was also the one who approached sponsors. And then he also liaised with the T-shirt players. Okay,
a lot. So many
players'
things behind
names,
the scenes that
all the admin things. He's all-rounders. He's an all-rounders.
Man of
Yeah,
Hands off
he's a
to
man
him.
of them. Really hands off to him. Yeah. And in fact, this is also the first time for him to do a pickleball tournaments, and he did it so well. Yes. And seeing his passion in it, when he requested for a center court, we fully support him.
Brother lah.
Yeah, exactly. But okay.
Sacrificing, 20,000 a month, and then for the following month.
Initially, he just said,
That's
okay,
really-
you can use the most minimal cost. Okay, you just do a raised floor.
Yeah.
Okay, just do a raised floor.
He's suggesting to you how to do construction.
Yeah, he suggested
But your
to
background
me.
construction.
Yeah, I'm a background. Then you raise floor and then do a pick roll, and then he survey, okay, how much it's going to cost for a pick roll. So, okay, this much only. It is okay. And after it's done, okay, we can dismantle it and then the car park can be used. Okay? Yeah. Because it has taken me up for like 20 to 30 parking slots.
Yeah.
Either I build parking lots or I build indoor courts. That makes more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he gave me a solution of temporary things. But then he found out that it is not viable. Okay. So better, this gonna be, our vision is that Malaysia pickleball is gonna grow.
Yes.
That high. During that time,
we
yes.
see that.
Yes. So why not we do a permanent grandstand? Yeah, with proper seatings. A lot of them. So I'm a PPA fan. So if you see the design of our grandstand court is more like a small
Similar
PPA, similar to a
okay.
mini PPA. Yeah. But it's just that the weather, we are not that good as them. Yeah.
What have you learned about community building in Malaysia?
I see that this pickleball grows so fast, and the main contributor is the community to me. Malaysian has been doing this in a very, very, we call it efficiently. For those enthusiasts, where they see this as a good hobby, a good sport, they become a host and they invite so many friends to come and play. Like even you, let's say you may be heard of it, and when you do some chit chat talking yamcha at the time, they say, have you heard of pickleball? Yeah. I haven't played. No, come join us. We are hosting the game.
Beginner friendly.
Very, very beginner friendly. Come to join the game tomorrow or tonight, 8 p.m. at this venue, at this court. I'm sure you'll love it. And then they join. Okay. A lot of those are yamcha kaki. Also, yeah.
I think you can't neglect Reclub as an app was also at the perfect time to kind of support the community.
Yes.
Everyone was hosting and bringing their friend and co-worker. The hosts took their time and effort to onboard these absolute beginners, to explain the game, make it so convenient. Hey, got balls, got the court, just 15 ringgit, 20 ringgit. An army on the ground.
Yeah.
Converting the nation.
Unsung heroes.
Unsung heroes.
Definitely. Heroes. I always say this because they are the one that will witness and feel the trend from the very beginning. And then they are the one that will see trend at the very beginning as well.
I think speaking to some hosts, some trends that they tell us was, obviously at one point, there weren't enough courts. So some hosts, they mark up the court, earning a bit of money. But they are putting in effort. Respect to them. But then, now that there's so many courts, they try to host and sometimes they can't fill the spots, not enough players. People are picky. This area, they don't really want to play. They want to play at Damansara side, for example. Just finger on the pulse, I think they are the first line to see the trends and market shifting.
I think Reclub app really helped the Malaysia pickleball community a lot. for those who doesn't have any kaki want to play one, so
Yeah.
they can join. We were one of the fastest growth of the users in Reclub at the same time. Yeah.
Does it help facility owner like yourself, a Reclub or the host per se?
Yeah, it does a lot in helping us. For them to introduce these games to beginners, especially.
I always wonder, do hosts work directly with the venue owners in this kind of partnership when they host community events or
Yes.
social things? They do,
Yes,
right?
yeah, they do.
How
they
does
do.
that work?
We will work together with few of the hosts. Okay.
Some people complaining about the host taking extra fees and all that. But do you have anything to say about it?
To me, hosts invested their time in organizing the admins and all this. So taking a bit of the parts, to me, it is okay. Yeah, because it takes up their during working hours for doing this.
In a way, I guess it kind of
Yeah.
how they value their time.
To me,
And-
a host is like a mini event organizer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes them like a week to bring in people to come and play for that 3 hours, 5 courts, let's say, and then connect everyone's together. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I mean, I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of the hosts.
Yeah.
Because first of all, they are converting pickleball. They are the one that is on the ground doing all this thing. And then they make sure that there are enough players to play
Yes.
with you.
Yes.
And then they set in all the standards. Sometimes UPR game, sometimes social, which is, I think they deserve it, definitely. There are some, I don't know, in the social media ran about this.
I think there's a very small select, a few cases where it's kind of a bit too blatant, but in the end, it's like willing seller, willing buyer, right?
Yeah.
If they do it 1 time, 2 times, even the beginners will get smarter and say, I think I'm going to join this other session for whatever reason.
Do you think that the trends will go on for Reclub hosts, or at least for pickleball hosts, to go on this trend? And then how do you see it?
Yeah, to me, this trend will be continuous, goes on. This pickleball is like a new golf, but golf, it takes hours to play. In pickleball, it only takes you like 10, 15 minutes. Or sometimes only like 6 minutes for a game.
Yeah.
For Malaysian, they are not very patient.
Bang all day.
Yeah. They like to we play 10 minutes and then we can sit down and chit-chat. Yeah.
It's a new networking.
It's a new networking. So I think Reclub, it connect different people together, is one of the favorite of Malaysian community.
What do you see as the next wave coming to Malaysian pickleball?
To me, the next wave will be structured professionally, because previously we have a lot of like social courts, social players. Now they've been playing for a year now. They are looking for more professionals, or we say more picky lah. Players become more picky nowadays.
In another word, saying this, I would say that when the demands becomes more sophisticated.
Yes.
And then because I've seen the trend.
Yeah.
For example, the earlier days, and then the courts that went out of business right now is because they didn't really plan well. The spacing, safety of the issues,
location,
issues and all that. So those courts are, I think, no longer. They are still existing. Maybe they refurbished or are facelifted. And then some closed down. But the newer courts all coming in and all that. It's actually
all very standard courts. Yes.
Fitting into the demand, because of
Exactly.
demand, the users are getting more not demanding. I think they get
They're more refined in
think-
what they're looking for, like to spend their money, and safety is also a concern. It'd be interesting to see the stats of, like you mentioned, how many courts are opening every month, but actually how many are closing every month in the past 12 months, for example.
Exactly.
That'd be an interesting trend line to see.
It will be, and then we also need to find a way to identify all these numbers, because with the number of players and the courts opening, it has to come hand in hand, to go in, because when you have the numbers of players, and then you know how many courts you can open. I mean, this is at least the most basic stuff that we
estimation.
can benchmark with, because at one point, if you're opening too much, and then there's less players, and then you need to grow the players, and then the courts numbers can go up gradually. I guess this is where probably court side alpha can come into.
Oh yeah.
share this as well. Do you have anything to say to them?
Yeah.
Share the numbers.
Share the numbers with us.
I'm sure they're making a lot of they're making a lot. Yeah.
If they share the numbers, I always have this thought about, Alpha Courtside share the numbers. I think Courtside at one point they share the numbers.
They did in the KL Summit.
To do it.
They say last year like 1,000 bookings, per month, and then now they have averagely 35,000 bookings per month, and this was in March, and now the number is growing.
If we times 2, for example, on both sides, and then, times 2 on both sides.
That's a lot.
Plus the rest of the players out there who have their own individual apps and for bookings.
I
think to be easily cross 100,000 bookings.
Easily.
What's some of the key issues you think Malaysian pickleball ecosystem needs to address for positive growth?
To me, I think the youth and academy programs, right, to groom these future pros, either in private coaching or in public academy or school partnerships. I think that's one of the point that our side as a private court owners can come in to help to grow the youth communities. And another one will be the proper national leagues with proper prize money, commercial rights, which is vital to support to supporting partners. Like right now, there are a lot of commercial out there that are looking to step in to these sports because it is so popular.
Yes.
Okay, like you say, more than 100,000 bookings. So, so they want to come in. There need to be a really professional, proper national kind of league that will boost the economy. Definitely. Like Andrew has said just now, the venue quality and the club experience that's going to be improved. Like we're soon going to be like US. US started with these small clubs, social courts. Then when it comes to more venues coming up, then they have club members, who join, then do the booking, and then have the total experience. So soon, I think. I've seen the growth in the US and in Malaysia. We are going to almost there already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
the number of tournaments they organize, and us is probably on par.
On par.
Yeah.
In our small little nation, achieving big numbers.
Yeah, we're going there soon.
I guess that's good because Malaysia is seen as one of the top sport destination. I mean, it definitely boosts up sports tourism as well.
Yes.
Definitely boosts up our country name, our brand name, the country itself in these sports.
Yeah.
Just like badminton. And then we are one of the leading nation. Maybe not now, not current time, back then. We just have to maintain it.
Yeah. Also, like technology adoption, it will accelerate to us. Like tools like DUPR rating has really helped us a lot. If you look at badminton, table tennis, or tennis, when they do not have rating systems, not a rating system for the publics, even the beginners and novice. In pickleball, we have the rating system for all levels. All levels, and that allows you to play against with your same levels.
Yes.
Imagine in badminton, they only give a rating to BAM players.
Okay, anything below that, you don't know.
Those who participated in BAM tournaments, you have a BAM ID.
Okay.
Yeah, but those who play that is another level
already.
So how about the social players, right? So social players, amateur players, when they do not play against each other in the same part of rating, is quite difficult to grow like in pickleball. So Reclub has grown is because of this super rating. When we set 3.0 and below, this session is for 3.0. So we all understood that.
Like-minded, similar skill set.
We will come together and play. And the newbies or beginners, they are very comfortable with it. They like to join, and that allows so many beginners to join, and that makes pickleball in Malaysia that great.
Do you think that's the reason why tournament is blossoming?
Yes, that's because of DUPR rating. Because when we say amateur, there are many levels of amateur, but DUPR has that's differentiated
ranking, right?
Yeah. Back then we have 3.0, 3.5, 4.0, 4.5, right? Now they even
Now
created
there's-
3.25.
yeah. Small mini categories, yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Now they have
Yeah.
men's double 3.25.
Uh,
Because there is a gap between 3.0 and 3.5, so those in the middle, you're like, hey, it's still have to play.
Yeah.
For them to grow, participating in tournament is good. That's good. For players to grow, I encourage them to play tournaments, because only tournaments you get to improve, and only like doing drills you do improve.
But at the same time, I know it's good, DUPR.
Yeah.
And then I know, and badminton PM, for example,
Yeah.
why are they having only PMF players national ranking and all that? Wouldn't it be also challenging that if you don't control it in an environment like
Yeah.
this, we have another problem,
Exactly.
and we all know what problem it is.
Exactly.
manipulation.
That's right.
Buaya
And
manipulation.
then when
yeah.
you allow users submissions and all that, it's becoming a nuisance already.
Exactly.
I mean, the problem right now, you see that people have been talking about Buaya.
Yeah.
How do we solve it actually? Or
Yeah.
How
Would
do
you have any suggestions or ideas on how to reduce the manipulation?
I do recognize that a lot of people, when they come to want to win, they manipulate the DUPR ratings.
Yes.
By playing social games, you know, and do some
Self-submission.
self-submission on that.
This is called Buaya lah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I really see that as a disadvantage of the DUPR systems. So we should encourage DUPR to only set this kind of DUPR submission on the standardized tournaments. Okay, it only works on tournaments. Okay,
Yeah.
and it gives different weight to
Yeah, definitely add weightage
Tournament.
to it.
yeah. When you participate in the bigger scale tournaments, then the weight has to be higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the social tournaments or mini tournaments, still you can count DUPR, but in a lighter weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have
But you want to completely cut out self-submission.
Exactly. Then this will solve the issue. With the number of tournaments now, it's got no problem.
No shortage, yeah.
No shortage. If like early days, 1 year you got only like 4 or 5 tournaments, so it is hard for them to determine your DUPR. But now with you get how many tournaments per week now?
Yeah.
So
do you have the number?
I haven't got yet.
We have the number
Yeah.
What's the number?
because we are the number one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
tournament
the
directory,
director. Yeah.
We have the numbers, but
Easily 5 to 10 tournaments per week.
what we have been curating is about 30 per month now.
Oh.
30 per month. These are
Almost every
How
day lah.
many yeah.
these are only those that we found,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many other platforms. Yeah.
and then those that we didn't find, smaller tournaments.
The small everyone just WhatsApp each other. It's not on
I would say
official
about,
site.
Yeah.
40,
Easily go to 40, 50.
40, 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite
Easily.
crazy. It's quite crazy.
So with
Can't
the
keep
number of
track anymore.
tournaments, with the number of tournaments, there are so many players. So the tournament organizers, they can submit to birds. Yeah, and that gives more leverage to the system. Yeah,
It's a very good idea.
yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and insight today. Thank you for allowing us to use this beautiful space here.
Thank
Could you
you.
tell us about this super villa,
Yeah.
which is super comfortable, to be honest?
Initially, this is supposed to be just a normal social course, right? But then we came in the idea what if one day there is a professional pro coach that want to do a clinic, then they need a more comfortable space and more private. Then that's how we built a private court like this, and it also allows event organizers for doing
Smaller,
small
private
events,
events,
small
yeah.
events. Things like a product launching for a press con if they want. That day they just need the live draw.
Oh, okay, nice.
For the tournament, a live draw. Now we think that this idea is really good, that they occupy this well, and a lot of people like it, and it comes with a spacious court too.
I can tell that. Very,
Yeah.
very spacious. You can't exactly see it. We'll put in some B-roll. But
We got articles coming
articles that's
Oh, yeah.
coming out to feature the place. You've got
Yeah.
air conditioning, private bathroom, lounge setting, a lot of comforts that's going to be added to it.
Yeah. We want to give more exclusivity to players and to the community. Yeah, because Malaysian, they has always been demanding.
Are we demanding as Malaysians?
We speak about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malaysian customers being demanding.
Demanding.
Malaysia cousin, yeah.
Last time in the beginning, early days, we will play on badminton court, public
Exactly.
court, and not play
At first
pickleball.
in Bangsa, it was in badminton court.
Yeah.
Put up the lines.
Yeah,
Yes.
tape,
The
huh?
tape,
Tape,
and all.
yeah. Put on
The ball doesn't bounce the same at badminton court,
Different,
by the way.
different.
Slips and all.
Yeah.
But now everyone's like, oh, your
Yeah.
grid not so
It's
nice,
good
I
for
don't want to play that.
Introduction.
Of course.
In fact, it was the same in Japan. I went to Osaka and I played a few times. They are on the badminton court. And they've played a few years already. Yeah. They are okay with it. Yeah, it's just that we are demanding. We want things to get better.
Better and better. So now we have evolved to the
Yeah,
Super
we
Villa.
have. Yeah. Then soon, later few months, you see many Super Villa courts already in the market. Because whenever there is a room for improvement, I think Malaysian, they will try it. They will try it.
You definitely can. Definitely Malaysian entrepreneurs are that way. If they
Malaysia
see
Malaysia boleh, yeah.
a market for it, funding also not so much an issue, they'll make it happen.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, King, for your time today and your insight.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good episode.
Yeah.
So King forgotten to mention and credits.
Okay,
Okay.
Are you ready?
This is rolling already.
Okay. I know we said we ended the episode, but we just have one final message from King. What did you forget to mention?
I would like to thank to all my partners and shareholders, Season, Kai, Ethan. You all have helped in the construction relentlessly. We managed to complete the construction within 1.5 months instead of 3 months. Which plan?
That's an amazing achievement.
Yeah.
With the right team, anything's possible.
With the right teams, all this is possible. And also they have provided a very, very good design, especially from Hagen. You have provided amazing ideas of how to transform this into a very nice place. Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you again, all
Okay.
the supportive partners and all the fans.
Thank you.